going on, Comic Book Nation? I'm Jim Viscardi. That's Jamie Lovett, and welcome to another edition of Comic Book Unboxed. This time, it's Walking Dead magic season. The fine folks at Wizards of the Coast were able to send us the Secret Lair drop of the Walking Dead cards. Made a lot of headlines earlier this past week, and we're just going to break them open. Now, this set, this is for outside of literally opening this thing, I have not done anything else to open this. So this is what the inside of the box looks like. It is a nice black box covered in some nice tissue paper to keep the box safe. Now, this is not the first of these Secret Lair sets that they've done, but it's a major change from the last one that they did do with Godzilla. Jamie, can you walk us through like what those big changes like kind of are?
Sure. So the Godzilla thing actually wasn't a Secret Lair. Secret Lair drops are usually just like, here are some rare alternate art versions of other cards. And that's essentially what they did with Godzilla, except they were all part of the Ikoria set release. So you could get them in boosters and stuff. What's different here is that unlike the Godzilla cards, the Walking Dead cards are unique cards. They're not just like a reskin alternate art of an already existing card. So this is a first for Magic the Gathering. They did crossover cards with My Little Pony before.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
They were silver bordered, which means you couldn't actually play them. They were just for show. These are legal in Eternal format, so not standard play, but in anything goes format, you can play them. And in Commander, which is really interesting because that's a very popular casual format. You can use these guys as your commander, which is very cool.
Very cool. Are these? Do you think these sets going to be made available digitally? Do you think?
I do not think they've said. I don't think it would make sense for them to be digital, at least not on Arena, because you can't play Commander or any of those
journal
formats on there. But you never know.
Okay, so here we go. Here's the box. Opens up with a side pack like this, and this is some pretty sweet packaging. So Terminus written on the inside. We've got Rick right there in the first, and so this piece comes out, and there is a card there at the bottom, face down. I'm going to save that one for last, only because I'm going to assume it's a pretty big deal. So.
Or you're going to be terribly disappointed, one or the other.
Or terribly disappointed, but who knows? That'll be the fun of this. Okay, so there is a bunch of cards here, and they have all been kind of sealed in over this plastic overlay. I'm going to try and be as gentle as I can here and hold all of them up. I'm going to move my microphone a little bit. So this first one, so we've seen four cards already. They are going to show more on Talking Dead that would have aired yesterday. So some of these you may have seen already, but some of these you may not have. So here is Rick, Steadfast Leader. As Rick enters the battlefield, choose two abilities from among the first strike, Vigilance and Lifelink. Humans you control have each of the chosen abilities. So that's a cool card.
Yeah, that sounds like if you're playing Commander with him, which is I think where these cards will see the most play, you load up your deck with a bunch of different humans, which there are plenty of to choose from, and throw him in the battlefield, and you've got a pretty nasty army.
One of the next humans, one of the cards we've seen, Daryl, Hunter of Walkers. At the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent creates 3 Walker tokens. Daryl deals 2 damage to target creatures, whether a zombie an opponent controls the draw card. Very cool.
That's a really interesting card because it's unusual to give your opponent creatures like that, but then he just shoots them all down and you get instant card advantage, which is really interesting.
Here's a surprise. This one's going to make a lot of fans very happy. Again, we're kind of recording this a little early, but boom, there's Glenn, voice of Calm. Skulk. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with greater
power. He's sneaky.
Yep. Whenever Glenn deals combat damage to a player, draw cards equal to his power.
Anyone who has ever played with Curious Obsession knows that evasive creatures that let you draw cards are pretty annoying for your opponents.
Now, Jamie, can you tell us, for those who may be new to Magic, there is that one of three at the bottom of this card. I saw it on Rick's. Rick had a 3 of 4. Daryl has a 4 of 4. I imagine those are just groupings, or is that?
So they're creatures, and those numbers are, the one on the left is their power, which is how much damage they deal. The one on the right is their toughness, which is how much damage they can take before they die. So
that's why we brought on the magic expert.
Yep. If you're Glenn, then he can't be blocked because of his skull power by any creature with more than one power, which is nice.
Very cool. All right, another one of the ones we've seen already, Michonne. When Michonne enters the battlefield, create 2 Walker tokens. Now, this one got a lot of chatter online, Jamie, right?
Yeah, I mean, she's a pretty dangerous creature. Especially if you can get her equipped. She comes in, she creates the walker, she attacks. If I remember right, she gets indestructible, I think it says, if she attacks with the zombies.
Yep, whenever Michonne and at least 2 zombies attack, she gains indestructible until end of turn.
Yeah, so she has to be blocked. She can't die. And even if you do manage to kill her using, just direct kill a creature spell, if you're playing Commander, she can come back into the battlefield and just create more zombies and make your horde even larger. So I think of the ones we've seen so far, that one's probably my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And then it looks like the last of the character cards is the other one we've seen, Negan the Cold-Blooded. Very, very cool. This one is when Negan enters the battlefield, you and a target opponent each secretly choose a creature that player controls. Then those choices are revealed, and that player sacrifices those creatures. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a creature, you create a creature token.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun playing with the eeny, meeny, miny, mo with that card. And again, in a Commander, you can just keep bringing him back into the battlefield, so it can keep happening over and over again.
Mm-hmm. And so now we are at some of these cards. Here we go. We're at some of the tokens. The classic Walker, that we've seen time and time again, not only in the intro to the series, but in various pieces or places of licensed art, etc. You see that, it's The Walking Dead. There's a quote on there that says, "I'm sorry this happened to you," by Rick Grimes. We've got another one. We've got the Engorged Walker.
Very nice.
Yep.
The fun thing about those is that there are lots of creatures outside of Walking Dead or spells that create zombie tokens. So these are cards that you can play even if you're not playing those other Walking Dead cards in your deck.
Yep. Oh, I just so that's the token we saw before. Turns out this token card is actually reversible with the one I just showed you. So I just put it down and I was like, wait a minute, why is it sticking up? And then turns out, boom, so is this one. So there we go, another cool one. And then so we got that one again. And so here's this one I love, because this, like when we saw this on the show, it was super intense. But like to me, this is what makes a partnership like this so perfect, because that looks like a magic creature.
That is very cool.
Let's see what else we got. Okay, so then we have, there we go.
Lots of variety in your zombies.
Yep, lots of zombie variety here. And then we've got a token artifact, Rick's hat. Look at that. And then that does it for these. So now we're gonna go dig into the bottom of the box. Jamie, if you were to just take a guess at what's here, do you have any guesses what this card may be?
Oh, geez, I don't even know. Could it be the governor? If it's another character, maybe it's the governor or villains.
This is a good one. It's a legendary artifact. So I'm going to give you that hint. What do you think it may be? It sure is Lucille. Very, very cool. This one is an equipped creature gets +2/+0, so +2, I guess, to that attack, and has menace. Whenever equipped creature attacks, defending player sacrifices a creature. If they do, you create a Walker token.
Oh, that's pretty good, because menace, What Menace is the creature can't be blocked unless you have at least 2 creatures to block it with. So if you attack and kill one of their creatures, then they may not have enough to do anything against that. So that's a pretty nice card.
That is a super cool card. That is like I said, like I get collaborations like these I always find really, really interesting. Just for like the pure fun factor. Like I know that there are a lot of people who play the game pretty intensely who may or may not have issues or whatever. But like for me, as a super casual person who follows Magic, kind of on the periphery, I get super excited by things like this, by the My Little Pony thing, by the Godzilla thing. So much so that it gets me like wanting to learn more about Magic, and this set definitely does that.
Yeah, and I feel like it's the kind of thing where if they had dropped these into Standard, which is the most played competitive format, then I get where it might be a little bit disruptive, but I feel like this is the kind of thing where it's fun and you can indulge in it if it's your thing, and if it's not, you can pretty much just go the other way, and it's not a problem.
Yep. So there it is. Here, that is the Secret Lair drop for The Walking Dead with The Walking Dead. Going to be available very, very soon. So if you can find one, and you're a big Walking Dead fan, these are good ones to have in the collection for sure. Jamie, thanks so much for taking the time to go through some of the cards with me. If you want to find more about Magic the Gathering or more about The Walking Dead, keep it locked into Comicbook.com. Both of us will see you there.